Well, hello everybody. I'm here in beautiful Taos, New Mexico. This is the Earthship community. Um, well, obviously can't see very much from here, but I'm here at Lemuria Earthship, number 2, North Lemuria. Alright, so we stayed here a week, and I'm not an engineer, I'm not a contractor, but I do play one on YouTube. I won't say take this with a grain of salt, more like a tablespoon of salt in my comparison of knowledge with a contractor. Contractor knows a bucket of salt. I do all my own stuff at home. So I want to point out some good things and some bad things that I see. Alright, so see this tire wall here? Okay, that's not part of the U. It's just a stepping stone to the little roof up top, up to the roof. Yeah, I showed you that in a earlier video. Okay, but alright, so I'm out here showing you this section here. This is the front wall of the house. Not the front wall, but towards the front wall. And what appears, and I don't know exactly, but judging by the videos that I've seen, these are can and bottle walls covered up with plaster. And the problem here is I don't think that they used proper what the fuck proper retaining wall techniques. It looks like they've used plywood to block the dirt. And so what you have is oh look, it's starting to crack. Okay, so eventually, as it rains and snows, that crack is going to get bigger, and this wall is going to fail. And you can see in the corners there, here, this is not a tire wall, this is your brick and cam wall. Now it's 2021, and from what I'm being told, this home is not even 10 years old yet. Okay, back here in a second. Alright, so I'll walk to the other side. I don't really see any problems here, except for maybe this top, the top, what is it, 2x6 or something they beveled. It's not treated, so eventually it's going to rot. These are redwood timbers here, so they're cool. It looks like they're treated. You see they use some sort of a cheap caulk here. It should have been at least a 50-year silicone. Even here, water's gonna seep in through there. You can see it's zoom in there. You can't really see it, but it's bending up. So the water's gonna get in there. Alright, here's that cracking again. Okay, cracking, cracking, cracking. This is all from external pressure on the other side of this wall. And eventually, this is going to fail. Looks like they even tried to seal some of this. Like that's going to keep it from failing. That's not. Alright. Now, to this dirt that they piled up against the back before the tire wall. It's all soft dirt, and rodents can burrow their way into it. I don't know what's underneath it, but I know for a fact that they're getting into at least to the tire wall, because I heard them running around. And I came out here and found holes in the ground, rodent holes. And so what I did, I came out here, found the holes, and I plugged them up. Guess what? No more rodent holes. Alright, so this is overflow from the cisterns. White PVC, which is, you can see it's already cracking. That's going to fail. It should have been ABS sewer pipe. Alright, so these are the intakes for the your cooling. Everything looks okay there, I guess. It's not bad. Incidentally, we stayed a week here in December 2021, and it got down to 0 temperature inside. Never got to below 7 or 68, and it can get quite warm. There's the other overflow for, or there should be 3. I think might be 4. I thought there was 4 1,500 gallon cistern, but I could be wrong. Anyway, that's probably when those cisterns fill up too full, it'll overflow. So yeah, so it's all just poured up against there and left for good. There's one of the holes I plugged. did another with a stick. Just stuff I found. Oh, here's another one. I just put some rocks in there and pushed it into the ground. Okay. So now these doors, they're not very well sealed. I don't know if a good seal is good or bad, but they do leak air, and you can see the wet spots or the staining of water coming through. So eventually that wood is going to rot. You can see it's wet down there. I poked at it, but it seems to be solid still. Okay. Cracking up here. School there. Staining. Good seal. Okay, pause for a moment. Alright, now we're inside the greenhouse. Okay. Can you see the staining there from water? Okay. And these are the vents. They're all done by hand. And if you're not a strong person, these things will pull you off the ground. I tried it and I couldn't even get the second rope attached to the little locks up there. It almost killed me. I think they should be on a hand crank for the not so strong. I'm not going to show you how they work because I don't think I can get it back up and get it locked again. And I got to drive tomorrow. Okay. And of course, you know that they talk about the glass is not recommended to be slanted. I don't really see any problems going on there, but everything else looks pretty good in here. Also keep in mind that when you have these people come out and build your home, they are not professionals. They're just volunteers. They're being shown what to do with no experience. And I don't know that you have even one licensed contractor on site. No guarantees, but it's another venting. Okay. Alright, now we're going to go inside. So now we're inside. And all the interior here, this big U shape is all tire wall. See that cracking there? And you can see the the break from the beam there. Insects can get in there now. Okay. So not much to tell about the interior of the kitchen. It looks really nice, done really well. I would like to point out that there is no temperature gauge in here or humidity gauge, and you are in control of that. And as a renter, nightly rental, weekly rental, or if you're on a nightly rental, I understand that they come and do the venting for you, but weekly, they do not. So, what happens, or what happened to us, is, pause. Okay, without the proper ventilation, what you get is this. You got this holding tank in here. And this got so fraught with moisture, I actually think that this is leaking right here. If you look back in here, well, you can't really see, but maybe that little dark spot right there. There is black mold behind this tank. Black mold. Not good for your health. Okay. Some more cracking around the beams. Cracking. Okay. And this stuff chips real easy, so you gotta be real careful, I guess. Now the walls in here, the finish is just beautiful. I mean, you can rub your hands on it. It's really, really nice. But it's a mixture of straw bale or whatever, mud, concrete, and you know, that proper mix. You start getting cracks. Okay. And settling. Now, look up here. I realize it's kind of dark in here. Let's see. There we go. There we go. That's a good picture. So, that's settling. And come down here. And what do we have on the ground? It's coming out of the ceiling. This is what we heard cracking in the middle of the night. "10 years old, my friends, or less. That's what I'm told." Okay. Cracking. Okay, bathroom. Cracking. And cracking. can I say about this in here? Not too much. It's pretty. I mean, other than the cracking, it's a pretty nice bathroom in here. I showed you that in our first video. Okay, and so we're gonna look at the water. I call it water closet, I guess. You got your water heater, okay? Back out. Alright, anybody see a problem here? Oh. If you don't know it, water heaters fail. And this has no drainage pan. So when it does fail, all this water is going to go down into that wood, and I don't know what's below there. But if it does fail while nobody's here, it's just going to keep leaking and leaking because it's all being fed by a gravity-fed 6,000 gallons of water. And that water will continue to flow. Now what I would have done, what I always do, is put a pan underneath this and vent it out to the outside world. That way when it does fail, you won't have water everywhere. Alright, here's another thing I want to show you. See all this is copper? Copper, copper, copper. All professionally done. Very good. No sweating. Here's our electrical. Now, I'll just show you something real quick. Alright, you see this meter here? Alright, it says it's 28 volts, that's strong. There's 5,260 watt hours left in the battery life until the next recharge. It's 58 degrees. So it's still collecting a little energy. See, it's going up 167. Oh no, 186. It's actually going down. So it's collecting wattage right there, and the wattage is going down on a float. When it's actually charging, I think it says collecting, and then it'll go to nighttime and it won't be collecting anymore, and that'll be near zero. And that 5260, I've seen it drop all the way down to 250 watts overnight. I think I saw it at 7,000 earlier today. It's been a bright sunny day. But there's plenty of power here. I would prefer a little bit more. Okay, now we're going to go look at that was the POM power module, power organizing module. Okay, we're back inside in this water. This is called the WOM, water organizing module. Having these lights, the light is very dim in here. It's dim everywhere. But this is your tank full. This is your order line. It says half load. So, and then right there, that's where you're empty. Now they lead you to believe that all the water that this rental uses is collected from the 7 inches of rain that this area gets every year. That's a falsehood. They come out and fill these tanks. They have water delivered constantly. Now, some important things to point out here is, where did I see that sweating? Okay, I don't see any today. These towels, everything here was wet. Yeah, this is wet right here. Yeah. See how these, hang on one sec. Alright. I don't know if you can see the water collecting on the valve there. That's sweating out. There's a leak somewhere. And this whole area was just practically flooded. Now, again, I'm going to bring up the years. This is less than 10 years old, and look at these valves, how rusty they are. Those are going to fail. Eventually, somebody's going to go to turn these, and they're going to break. Okay, see the switch here? It should be in a weatherproof box. That is a DC current 60 psi. Yeah. Alright, so it's a DC motor, which means that's DC voltage. Now, if you were to come in contact with that voltage, that would knock you on your ass. That should be in a weatherproof box. Really, this should have all been done in copper, or maybe even PEX. This is not PEX. The plastic here is not PEX. The stainless steel lines there, those are good. Those last a long, long time. Yeah, I would have used a lot of stainless here. The brass is good, but I mean, it's leaking right there. And that is just a galvanized nipple there. That's not good for your health. And these filters are pretty dirty. Looks like they haven't been changed in probably a couple of years. They're supposed to be white. White, people. White. I'm going to show you one more thing, I think. Be right back. Oh, just real quickly. See the rust on these cans? This gets wet quite a bit. They really should consider some kind of automatic humidity stabilization design into this, so that even if you were living here, you might not be an expert at humidity control, but that's what's causing a lot of these problems. Alright, I got a light now so you can see the black mold going on it back here. And I'm standing here breathing it. I came back out here to the water closet and show you one more thing. See this receptacle here? That's not ground fault protected in a water area. That should be at GFCI. Anyway, I think that's about the end of my my recommendations tour. Hope you liked it. Comment below. Let me know what I missed. Let me know if you think I'm wrong. Why? All good.